I mean, a lot of, what's the Youngin Ace?
His boys.
Yeah, been dropping like 6 of them.
Foolio's death appears to be the target of intense retaliation. Foolio was shot and ambushed at the Holiday Inn. As everyone knows, the remains of individuals accused of the killing have been falling like flies ever since, heating up the streets of Jacksonville. This video reveals the bloody fallout following Foolio's death and entering the ever-intensifying cycle of vengeance in Jacksonville's scene of hip-hop. In Jacksonville's hip-hop community, vengeance is a cycle that is only getting worse. This is going to be one crazy story, so stay tuned. The assassins of Foolio's fall. In what appeared to be a planned assassination, Foolio was shot and killed on June 23rd at a Holiday Inn in Tampa, Florida. Jacksonville has been on fire ever since his death. Anyone suspected of being involved in Foolio's murder has been the subject of his team's persistent attacks, especially those who are his competitors in the ATK crew. With the increase in reports of shootings and other violent situations, many people think that Foolio's death is the reason for the retaliation. At least 6 ATK members have passed away since Foolio's death, according to rapper Brick Baby. For those who do not know, Brick Baby is a rapper from South Central Los Angeles' Crenshaw neighborhood. Brick Baby, who is well known for fusing Atlanta's hip-hop culture with a West Coast flair, has become rather popular in the underground rap community. His singing career took off after serving 8 months in jail in 2012, going from artist management to bar spitting oneself. Brick Baby's fame has been cemented by his extensive contacts in the rap scene, especially with prominent musicians such as Future and Young Thug. He gained recognition and a network in the industry by helping Young Thug with early studio sessions. Brick Baby's views into the killings of ATK members are highly noteworthy, given his deep ties to the hip-hop and street cultures. Brick Baby recently discussed the gruesome and violent aftermath of Foolio's death in the streets of Jacksonville in an interview with No Jumper.
A lot of what's the Youngin Ace?
His boys.
Yeah, been dropping like 6 of them.
Brick Baby's claim may be supported by the death of Fizzle, Lulik's older brother Darius Beals, albeit it is still difficult to confirm it in its entirety. Darius was shot several times while he was outside in the parking area of the Laurel Grove Apartments in Orange Park. A hospital later claimed his life. Though the time and circumstances imply that it was an act of retaliation, the Clay County Sheriff's Office believes it was a targeted attack and an isolated event. It was thought that Lil Leak and his brother Darius belonged to the 1200 gang, which was a subset of the ATK crew. One explanation for his murder is his association. According to a different theory, Darius took part in Foolio's shooting. Foolio had a major adversary in Lil Leak, Darius's younger brother, prior to his death. An intense hostility between Foolio and Lil Leak was stoked by one of the most startling instances involving Foolio's girlfriend, Boob, and Baby. In Foolio's vehicle, Boob, Baby, and a friend were traveling to a petrol station on April 30th, 2020. A shooter started shooting at the automobile as they came to a stop at an intersection. As her pals shrieked in fear, Boobin attempted to take off. 3 shots were fired at her. 3 bullets caused her to lose 1 finger, 1 grazed her skull, and 1 stuck in her knee. According to reports, Leak was the shooter. His friend Spinabins, who is also well known to be an ATK member, made fun of Boob and Baby's wounds in the song I Do Not Smoke Kendry, in which Foolio was involved. But not long after, Leak tragically passed away. Leak, Spinabins, and a few other 1200 crew members were seated in a car near the junction of Atlantic Boulevard and Monument Road at roughly 1 in the morning on a fateful night in September 2020. While driving, Leak, who was reportedly high on Lee, saw another car arrive and open fire. The ambush came on fast and heavy. After being taken to the hospital with potentially fatal injuries, Leak passed away a few days later in spite of the treatment provided. Foolio and his associates did not waste any time in disparaging Leak in their music after his death. All gas, Foolio rap shot my car up twice, and then hit my bitch on Rod K's tune. Leak, rest in peace now. Additionally, Foolio dropped a song called 100K, which was dedicated to Leak. He will sweep his block and shake the room. There is no need for a broom. They inquired about my height. My name is Leak High. I have reached the moon. Foolio went 1 step farther and had personalized cannabis bags emblazoned with Leak's likeness.
Oh man, you know I keep that leaky, man.
Many people on the internet think that Darius joined the ATK group to eliminate Foolio after observing Foolio's response to the death of his younger brother. You all are aware of how it ends. Nothing brings people together more than a shared adversary. deadly rivalry has been raging between Foolio's gang, KTA, and the ATK for a very long time. Let me tell you about this fierce gang fight if you are not aware of it. The ATK and KTA gang battle has deep historical roots that are intertwined with long-standing conflicts. In Jacksonville, Florida, there have been long simmering alliances and personal grudges. ATK is a gang with members spread over Jacksonville's east and west sides. The acronym stands for things like ACE's Top Killers, ACE's to Kill, and AIM to Kill. As opposed to other gangs, which are concentrated in a single specific neighborhood, ATK is a conglomerate of multiple factions from throughout the city. Rapper Young Gene Ace is one of the most well-known members and the face of the ATK gang. Real name Keonta Bullard, Young Gene Ace rose to prominence in Jacksonville's rap scene. His songs, which are known for their honest and unvarnished lyrics, frequently depict the brutal reality of gang life. But as he became more well-known, he became a target, and his affiliation with the ATK gang put him in the middle of the fight. Trey Shorty and Young 23, also known as RJ, are two more well-known ATK members. K-Sue, who is one of the original members of Melvin Park, along with his brother Boss Goon and ATK Y Breezy, is another important figure. ATK is also allied with the 1200 crew from the eastern section of the city, which includes members such as Corbin, Spinabins, Spaz, and Wappa with the Choppa. KTA, which stands for Kill Them All, is on the other side of this lethal battle. It all started with an old-school gangster group called PCE, or Problem Child Entertainment. PCE was well known in Jacksonville and was the target of a significant operation in November 2016, when 10 gang members were apprehended in connection with a RICO case. But it also made room for new members to emerge, including Foolio and other well-known individuals. Zion Brown, Techie, Kojak, and Zion Brown are other KTA members. Additionally, the gang is associated with Young and Reckless, Y and R, a community centered on Jacksonville's south. Although it is difficult to say when exactly ATK and KTA started fighting, both factions have been at conflict for a very long time. According to one account, it all began when Tony Cho, a member of Y and R, is said to have robbed Trey Shorty, an ATK member. Trey Shorty, seeking retribution, chose to target Zion Brown, aka Tweakjet, a KTA member and coincidentally Foolio's cousin. This occurred on May 27, 2017, early. Zion Brown was sleeping at home with his 16-year-old sister and 4 other children, who were all sound asleep. Everyone was startled awake by a loud crash coming from the kitchen. They ran to the living room, where they discovered a rock had been used to break the sliding glass door. Everyone scurried for shelter as bullets began flying into the home before they could react. As soon as Zion's sister, SB, saw him, she knew it was Trey Shorty, many thanks to YouTube music videos and social media. Running a gun, Trey Shorty stormed into the living room and opened fire before running off. Zion, SB, and an other youngster were all struck. Zion was shot numerous times and did not survive. The third victim was injured all over, while SB was shot in the foot and leg. SB did not think twice when the cops showed up. He was honest with them, telling them that Trey Shorty was the shooter and providing evidence by pulling up his Facebook profile. These crucial details assisted the police in obtaining an arrest warrant for Trey Shorty. The following day, Trey Shorty was apprehended near Butler Boulevard in Belfort Road and charged with 2 counts of attempted murder and murder. Trey Shorty's dirt began to show as they continued to dig. It turns out he has a lengthy Clay County criminal history. He was charged with a felony drug offense in 2016, was arrested for drug possession in February, and has 6 burglary convictions from 2015. One utilizing a pilfered firearm. This gave rise to the impression of a disturbed young guy with a criminal record. However, it fell short of fully elucidating the reason for the murder. But as anyone familiar with the area will tell you, this was one of the major instances that set off the deadly conflict between ATK and KTA.